everybody, BeanMeister22 here, and yes, finally we get our Skydio 2 drone up in the air. Now, if you haven't seen my unboxing video to see what comes in this cinematic kit, go back and look. We're not going to talk about this. All we're going to talk about is flying it. Prior to getting it up in the air, I downloaded the Skydio 2 app. Got it on the phone. This is the first time I'm using the app. And let me tell you, I had a heck of a time connecting the Wi-Fi. Was it the drone's fault? Probably not. It was probably my phone's fault, my Note 8's fault. Remember, I bought that Note 8 used online specifically to run these drones. And these drones, I mean the DJI drones, the Skydio drone, and that chasing Gladius underwater drone. Now, the location I picked to try this drone out is not the average location you would pick to try out a new drone. Normally you'd try a big open field, something along those lines. Not me. I jumped in the car, drove 5 minutes up into the woods on a logging road where you have trees growing up. You know, it wasn't too long ago this actually was a clear cut. Now these trees are growing up, you know, pretty big. Beans, I'm making a video, hush. And why did we pick a logging road with trees on either side of it? You know, no big open spaces. Well, this is supposed to have amazing collision avoidance, right? So we were going to put the AI to its test and make sure it didn't hit anything. And after I got the Wi-Fi connected, you know, got the password in, I'm happy with everything. They recommend you do the first flight with just your phone. Don't connect your phone to the controller. Don't use the beacon controller. If you remember, we showed it in that unboxing video, I believe. We tried hooking the beacon controller to it, and then it was taking forever to download the update to the beacon. We just gave up. And then we used the phone like it recommended. So all the flying on the first day was done with a phone. We did not yet hook it to that Parrot controller that comes with it. Well, it comes with it when you upgrade. When you spend $2,200 on a drone kit, you get that controller with it too, and I wanted the controller. I don't like using those fake little toggles on the phone. I want to use a real controller. Hey, I'm old school, right? So everything we did today was with the phone, and it took a little bit for me to get used to the orientation of the drone and what I was looking at, because there wasn't any good landmarks. You know, I'm looking at gravel or I'm looking at trees. It was hard to tell exactly where the drone was facing and, you know, what left and right and stage left and stage right and, you know, that whole thing. Maybe in a future video I will show you some of the screenshots or actual video of the screen while I'm flying so you can see that. But we had a light wind today. We were actually pretty well protected in the trees. When we got up over the trees, it wasn't too bad. But at one time, you know, I was using the up button, at one time it started saying weak GPS signal, and then the picture got a little, I mean, not really pixelated, but it started to, and then I didn't really have control over it, or I couldn't tell. And, I mean, it was just straight up hovering. I tried to go left, and I tried to go right, and I was, I don't know, 360-some feet. I mean, it was pretty high up, and I wasn't quite sure, so I just hit the land button, and then it started coming down. And then when it got low enough, and I mean, it didn't take long for it to regain signal. It wasn't, yeah, I don't know. It was different than when the DJIs lose signal, because they specifically say, hey, lost signal, and they go up to, I believe, 50 feet, or at least the minis do. They go up to 50 feet and hover and look for the signal again. So I don't know if that was caused by the location I was in, all the trees around, or if it was just a weak GPS signal from the satellite. Or if, in fact, it's because this is a Wi-Fi drone, not a radio-controlled drone. I got spoiled with that Mini 2. The Mini 1 is a Wi-Fi drone. The Mini 2, the DJI Mini 2, is a radio drone. So it has longer range. It's a stronger radio signal, not a Wi-Fi signal. Am I overly concerned about that? No, I got mixed feelings. The best drone out there with the best AI, the most sophisticated avoidance out there, the best drone out there they have right now, being currently made, the Skydio 2, does not have the best quality signal. And that's a little disappointing. But why did I buy this drone? You buy the Skydio 2 drone for a video platform. This is a flying camera. It's for filming. You have the beacon controller. which there's some really cool things you can do with that. We'll talk about that in a later video. But this drone is specifically made to, hey, put it on that person and have it follow them. Hey, put it right there. Have it follow that vehicle. Have it follow it. I have some big things planned, but this is for filming. This drone is for filming. Not flying around, not racing, not exploring. I mean, I guess you could explore, but the point of this is a cinematic platform. So that's why I got it. So I'm not overly concerned about the range. And really, with the DJI Mini 2, with a 10-kilometer range on the radio, will it really get that far? I don't know. But if the law says you're supposed to be in visual contact with the drone, the Mini 2 is so small. I mean, even the size of this one, you couldn't see this 10 kilometers away, and you ain't going to see the Mini 3 kilometers. You're not going to see the Mini 1 kilometer away. It's so small. Yeah. Something else. I found this to be a little noisy. They say it's quieter, it's a quieter drone, but I'm so used to the Minis now, which are so quiet. This seemed a little noisier. Once again, I'm not really concerned about that. There is something I am concerned about. One of these days I would like a drone with a good audio microphone on it, and maybe somebody will make one, maybe someone will. A good directional microphone that won't pick up, most of the motor noise or wind noise, that you could actually get some ambient sound, even if it is just wind. This has some goofy ass thing where it records what you're saying and how you're talking to friends from the phone. So basically, as you're there, oh crap, oh my gosh, I just hit that, oh look what I just did. It records all of that. It records the operator's audio track. Tell me that's not a little disconcerting. Yeah, I just filmed over here and we just, that's, wow, would you look at them? Yeah, so I could see that could be a little disconcerting. Yeah. So I'm happy with the drone. I'm happy I got it up in the air. We went through maybe 1.5 batteries today. I did notice after the first flight, the drone itself was a little warm. I took the battery off. I mean, it's not overly hot, but it was working awful hard. I'm happy we did the first flight. We'll have more videos with it. Hopefully, I can get my chasing drone, my Gladius underwater drone. Hopefully, I can get that underwater within the next few days. Finally got that underwater in the bathtub the other day. That was exciting. I filmed the bathtub. But really, today we're talking about the Skydio 2 drone. So let's not talk about filming the bathtub. So the controls on the phone, I liked them. I like the auto land. You can stop the auto land. I like where it hovers. I'm really happy with the stability of this thing because I just set it up there and just let it sit there. And I really like that. Where maybe my Mini will move around a little more, I really like the stability of this. Now the file sizes of the video, yeah, I had it in 4K, but I mean, I got a 2.5 minute long video that I'm looking at right now. It's 14.147 gigs. Yeah, wow. Yeah, that's some big files. No, I'm converting it down to, 720, for YouTube. I don't need that big a raw file, but wow. Yes, I could set that down, put it to 1080, and I'll think about doing that if I start, cluttering up the card. One other quick thing, I know I mentioned this in a previous video. The dual battery charger was out of stock when I ordered it. It has since come in. I have made a video about it. I haven't got it posted yet. What's really cool about these batteries, they are held on magnetically. There's a magnet which hooks it to the bottom of the drone. Very cool. The same magnet hooks it to that charger. Very cool. You could also charge the battery while it's attached to the drone. Very cool. I'll get that video up as soon as I can, because remember we have 3 batteries, and then I can show you that charger. It's very cool. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video. We didn't put this through the tests of putting that beacon on somebody or picking somebody and having them run through the woods. But what we did is, we did bring this really close to the trees, and it had no problem. Where I would say the DJI, well, the Minis wouldn't care. They have no side collision avoidance. They have ground avoidance. Yeah, they just wreck into it. But the other the Mavics would not really like, the DJIs would not really like getting this close to trees. Also, what I learned is, yeah, you remember you're supposed to have on this Skydio picture on the case for landing, you need to bring the drone pretty much right over it so it sees it. A little red or orange circle will show up on the screen. You hit the land button, it'll land on it. I tried it from way high up. I didn't really put it over the thing, and you know what? This thing landed right there it looked for a flat spot on the gravel and landed. Didn't really like that, because remember the front propellers are on the bottom. And I heard it tapping them rocks as it landed. Yeah, I didn't really care for that. But now that I learned how to land it, you got to get it over the landing thing. Next time we will try the home button. We'll set the home when we take off, and we'll see if it will come exactly home and land from whence it took off, and then, problem solved. All right, so have you heard of the Skydio drone? Except here. Yes, of course you've heard of it. Go check it out. Go check out the cool videos about it. A lot cooler than mine, right? And as always, thanks for watching. Leave any comments in the comment section. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them, but hey, I've only flown it once! Thanks for watching.
Meister 22, the most dangerous man on YouTube.